desk jobs at the moment is this thing. This is a project I made some time ago. If I'm good, I'll put a link below of the actual design of this. It has an Arduino in here, which I ran out of space to do programming, I think primarily because of the font file on here is so huge. I'm going to try and address that. Also, I had connected on here another DHT11 sensor to measure temperature and humidity. That I'm probably not going to use anymore. What I am going to do is take this MQ135 air quality sensor and attach it on here, because this goes in the wall of the 6-wheel drive military ambulance that's out there. And sometimes I have the door shut and I'd like to know if my air quality is starting to get poor. So I'm going to try and find a way to attach this to that case and then work on the programming. So we'll give you a quick look inside and then we'll move on. We have the screws out and often the rubber seal comes out. So this is our display module on the front. This is a whole bunch of connections on the inside, including a bridge rectifier, so we can't get the battery backwards or the power supply backwards. And I think there's a regulator in there as well. Now we have an RTC in here. I'm probably going to replace the RTC with a GPS module. I think that's going to be an easier, more reliable way to get the time, and with a serial interface, because this RTC has never quite worked right for me. Yes, I do have a regulator on the board there. There we go. But yes, I'm going to try and fit this MQ sensor in here as well. And hopefully we end up cooking with gas. Alright, I'm in the process of stripping everything out, and I've made a bunch of discoveries. For one, this board wasn't really working. Something was deeply wrong with it. I've also discovered that this little regulator here that I added in is no longer working, which that provides power to the DHT sensors. My external DHT sensor got wet one night and corroded out, so I think maybe that created a short, which then blew up that regulator, which supplied all the sensors. So that probably explains why the clock wasn't working too. It's probably not getting any power. Anyway, I'm putting a GPS in place of that anyhow. So we're going to pry that off and find another regulator.
6 hours later.
Okay, after an unwholesomely long amount of time and yelling at AI and then going, screw it, I'll do it myself, we managed to squeeze it into the RAM, although we've got like 5 bytes left of dynamic memory. But we have air quality sensor working, temperature and humidity inside. We have a GPS in, which is not getting anything at the moment. We're just working on getting this back in position. But we should have date and time and all the rest. Should work. I had to just substitute this. The additional characters were what was limiting my ability to upload all this. Okay, I've got things on screen. They're a little bit higgledy-piggledy, but it's working. So we've got the satellite number here. That'll change when we get outside. The air is okay at a resistance value of 188. The temperature and humidity, and we've got GPS we're waiting for. So let's find this a home and put it all into the box. Alright, and the bit that most of my videos miss is putting the final lid on. What our air quality sensor is hanging out the side here. It's not exactly straight, but I mean, I'm not going to be staring at it too much. It should do the job. Now, we're not going to put all the screws up because that's jinxing ourselves. We're going to loosely just put 2 in, and then we're going to test and see if it works. I dropped a bit of hot glue on that one. Oh, it's getting late at night. Alright, let's see if it fires up or catches fire. Nothing on screen. No, it's come up. It took a little bit of time. There we go. Alright, it's dark now. I just heard a flying fox chattering away in the trees around here somewhere. Let's go plug this in and see what happens. Alright, it's a little dark in here, and I don't have any mounting tape that I can find at short notice, but we're going to plug this in. We're going to turn on our lower switch here. This should fire up. Whoop, something just blew up. Oh, something had a major meltdown in there. I'm going to guess it was probably the voltage regulator. It didn't like 12 volts. Back to the drawing board. It's really demoralizing when you get to these points. Fortunately, I have the code. Most of the parts in this are replaceable. I'd wager it would be one little point that I went that much short circuit. So I tried to avoid it with some tape. Now, straight away I can see the problem. It's the voltage regulator here. Which means something's probably short circuiting somewhere. But it didn't like the 12 volts in there, so it blew its guts out. Alright. Or my 24 to 12 volt regulator is feeding 24 volts into it. That could do it too. Hopefully that didn't kill anything else. And it's probably that this little MQ thing has a heater in it. So I have some other 5 volt regulators. Let's swap that out. Now before I get too in depth, let's just plug the 5 volt from the USB in, because that bypasses all of that. And we've got nothing. Probably because the USB is not plugged in. Plug the USB in here. This bypasses that regulator. Okay, so the Arduino is good. We've got something on screen, so that's good. We don't have some stats, that's alright, because they're not getting power. So, this little dude is probably the only problem. We got lucky. Right, so instead of using a linear regulator like this, we're going to go with a little boost converter, or buck converter. Anyway, little switch mode supply. Basically, this one should have a bit more output. So yeah, we're going to wire this up, see if she has a meltdown.
1 hour later.
Okay, new regulator. Let's see. Volts in, comes from the back of the board. All the grounds are on there, and the V out, which is 5 volts. Should be all of these, but we'll double check everything. Alright, let's see if we can try this out now. We were running it on 9 volts in. We'll try that again. Okay, 9 volts in. Let's see. Works okay. Do we have temp and humidity up yet? We don't appear to.
2 hours later.
Alright, so you know what? I can change the DHT sensor from the outside. I'm going to check if we've got lights on the MQ sensor. Alright, what we're going to do here is we're going to go up to 12 volt input and see if she blows up. Is anything blown up yet? Not yet. Is the regulator hot? Not yet. Okay, we might be right. Okay, so it looks like a third DHT sensor's toast. I think this is what happened last time. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it killed the other Arduino board, because I have replaced the board, the Uno in this, and I replaced 2 DHT sensors. And it did start working, but I want to check if the satellite side of things works. You know what, it's been really like hot and crappy weather lately. It's a beautiful, cool, still night right now. I'd love to be camping if I didn't bash my head on everything. Alright, let's try now. If this blows up, I'm probably getting 24 volts out of stuff. Let's try now. Alright, we didn't immediately blow up. Okay, we've got some air quality. That's good. Now we're going to wait for GPS. Alright, so at the moment, I reckon the air quality is a little bit on the ordinary side. So let's turn this little fan on here. Let it blow some air over the sensor and see if the quality comes up. We're aiming for around about the 200 mark. That should go down as the quality improves. Alright, well while I've been inside, I've had a scrounge and I found I got another one. I'll fit that later. Also, what I've got to do is, somewhere in here, Nope, aux comp, this one. I need to fix this because at the moment it was relying on a DHT sensor, which also over here died. These are very much not robust little creatures. So yeah, that is supposed to be showing my subscriber or my channel supporters. Anyhow, we'll see what's going on outdoors. Alright, came back out to check on it, and air quality's improved. Satellite signal has not. Might have the baud rate wrong, don't know, but it's doing something. Gonna leave it till the morning.
12 o'clock midnight.
Alright, things are mostly back and running. The new sensor's working. I had it on the wrong pin. I've moved the pin over as well, because I think I blew that up on the board. This, the 3.3 volt regulator down in here, blew off the board almost. So we have another GPS, which should be farting out GPS data. Does not appear to be. Figure that out in a minute.
1 eternity later.
Alright, so it's the next morning. Everything looked to be working fine. Went out to test it. Blew up again. Decided I should have done the smart thing and checked the voltage out on the Chinese 24 to 12 volt converter. Shocker, it's putting out 24 volts. It has failed. If I'm lucky, I won't have destroyed everything all over again, but I'd wager it probably has. So, start again. Okay, so we're going to plug back in. I think this switch mode regulator is actually kind of doing something okay. But I think it's the Arduino regulator that probably blew up. So maybe this survived better. We kind of have a light on the GPS. I don't know what's going on, but we'll look more into it. Alright, good news. GPS is alright. Bad news. The Arduino, I see that little regulator there, that little chip right beside the power plug, right about here. That little hole shouldn't be there. All the magic smoke has got out, and these things don't run without the magic smoke. Fortunately, I have fixed that problem before, and we have the dead Arduino that has a good one of those. We can probably swap them over and make it work. Okay, so fending regulator ripped off the board, and I have a donor regulator on this little one here. Try and rip that off, put it back on here. We'll see if we can nurse it back to life, because I'm running out of Arduinos. Alright, tiny little things here. This is dead regulator. We're going to turf that out of here if we can pick it up. That goes in the bin, so I don't put the dead one back on the original board. Now we put this on there. Okay, we're going to get detailed now. This project just got complicated. A little bit of solder paste in here to help this along, which is very dry, not sticking to stuff. Let's choose an angle that hopefully my hands don't get in the way of, do they? No. So let's get some hot air going here. Try not to burn my fingers. I think I've got the temperature low enough that it shouldn't blow, or rather the airspeed low enough that it shouldn't blow the chip away. And now we wait. It should just eventually get to that critical temperature point, and it should just settle onto the board. The solder paste should melt, and it should just pull itself into position with the surface tension. I hope. It looks like it might have gone on. We'll see. Okay, let's plug this in. Let's give it 9 volts. We're alive! Alright, so I've got everything working. The display, however, that was powered directly off the Arduino rather than through the regulator, I think she's dead, Jim. I might have to find another one of them. That pretty much put this whole project on hold. Sad day. I can't go any further with this. I've held out as much as I can. So we're going to resign this to doing nothing. And I've got one last thing to do. Alright, this load of crap people have been harassing me about for years, because I did a video on it. and everybody defended it. And I said, I think it's a load of crap, and I think this 30 amp rating is a load of crap as well. Apparently, it couldn't even deal with, like, whatever this was, 2 amps? Maybe not even that. So, we're going to fix this thing permanently. Alright, now I can't accidentally forget that this thing destroyed things. Although, I do want these things back, so we're going to nick that stuff off it. Probably the only useful bit of this whole thing is probably the fuse. So, I'm not even going to diagnose why that went wrong, for obvious reasons. Bye bye. No longer part of my life. Alright, see you in another video when I get this one working.